for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
The best show for Chicago sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, I would say probably since 2018.
Woo. 7 years ago.
At this point in the season, the Chicago Bears are in first place. Oh my God. We got a lot to get into on today's episode. We got to talk about, can the Chicago Bears do enough to hold on to this first place victory? Of course, we got to recap this game.
Whew, yeah.
And we got to talk about a little bit more Caleb magic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sweet Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, the date is 11/17/2025. It's 7:09 in the morning. And put the word out there. We up. You can't be more up than us right now. First place in the NFC North? We're not talking about a draft pick right now? I couldn't even tell you who's getting drafted. Hello, Jeremiah Love. Oddly enough, the one
Jeremiah Love. Yeah, that's about it.
Is a running back.
Haven't done a deep dive with the draft.
I don't even need a running back.
Nope.
I don't even need a running back. I got a big Manung guy.
Oh, he's our guy.
Sweet baby Jesus. Hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. So Young, where you at?
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. If you ain't hitting the like button today, your mama didn't have enough breast milk.
Whoa. Hey.
Let's jump into this. Jordan JC is the Chicago Bears get a win over the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
And secure their solo spot in first place. And as we went into the night, we didn't know if that spot would maintain for this team. We didn't know if the Bears would have enough for that spot to maintain as Philly took on the Detroit Lions last night. But JC,
thank you, Philly.
The Bears Eagles alliance,
yes,
is stronger than ever.
Oh,
as we took care of the NFC East for you, they take care of the NFC North for us. And the Chicago Bears sit alone in first place at 7-3. JC, your thoughts on where this team is at right now?
Oh my God, boy! I tell you, if every Monday you're not having a heart attack after these games, I don't know what's going on. The Bears are just keeping us alive as a city. It doesn't look pretty. It does not look pretty. That's the first thing I will admit. We can sit here and say that these games, you wish that the Bears at least for once can kind of put the nail in the coffin a little earlier in these games. But when it comes down to those moments where you absolutely need a play, the Chicago Bears are finding a way to win, and they're a team that is winning, when it matters the most. You know, the last 2 minutes of the game, for whatever reason, everybody on the team puts on their Superman cape. It's not just Caleb Williams. You know, it's Devin Duvernay. It's Josh Blackwell. It's Kevin Byard. It's Tariq Stevenson. It's Cairo Santos. You know, it's anybody and everybody that just wants to get in on the I won because of this play now. And that's the beautiful thing about this team is they are team wins. They are full 60-minute team wins because of all three phases of the game. It's not just on the heels of your quarterback. You want to get it to the point where it is because of Caleb most times. We saw a couple of weeks where you won because of Caleb. The 47-42 win versus the Bengals, that was because of Caleb. The previous game was because of Caleb on the arms, or rather on the back of his throws. This week, I'm not going to say it was because of Caleb. I'm going to say it was because of special teams. It was because of Cairo Santos recovering from the missed kick and getting that field goal and going 4 for 5. It was because finally we saw Devin Duvernay, the former All-Pro returner, find that gap in the return and go 50 to 60 yards to set us up to get in field goal position easily by just running a couple run plays and then getting that time down to about 3 or 4 seconds and kicking the winning field goal. And so for me, it's about the resilience of this team. It's about the never quit. Every time you go into that locker room, Ben Johnson is going to start running out of things to say unless we start blowing teams out. Because these games, he said it last week. He was like, I don't know what else to say to you guys. This week, it's just now they're getting to the point where they're running out of game balls because now they got to give one to Kevin Warren for his
Kevin Warren deserved it.
No, I'm just shout out to Kevin Warren, man. Shout out to Kevin Warren for getting a year older and having grace, man. You love to see it, but again, it comes at you in different ways for this team, and that's what I love. Is the win is always a team win. You find different players every week that step up and do their job. And this week, like I said, it was Cairo and it was Devin Duvernay. And you want to continue to win while making improvements. You saw Caleb Williams, and I'll talk about it later, still look a little disappointed even as they were walking off for the win. I'd love to see that, and I'll talk about that later as we go into this. But again, a dub is a dub.
And you know what? Here's the thing that I want people to say, because I know people are going to come into this and be like, well, the Vikings were 4-5. We were supposed to beat them. They were a team that we should win against. This is a divisional game.
Mm-hmm.
This is the NFL. This same Vikings team, same players, same pieces, beat the Detroit Lions. What, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, beat the Detroit Lions. We're in a close game at the finish to the Baltimore Ravens. This Vikings team is that, yes, they were missing some key pieces there, but this Vikings team is nothing to scoff at. This isn't, these are divisional games. Divisional games are always tougher. You want to, let me pull this up here. Jeff did this yesterday.
Oh, shut up.
I want people to see what divisional games truly mean around the NFL. NFL this week. Let me pull this up. Patriots drubbed the Jets. That was not a very good representation of a divisional game. The Panthers beat the Falcons for the second time. Falcons had an opportunity to get there. Panthers probably a better team than the Falcons. It was a 3-point game, 30-27. Took everything you had to find a way to win that game. Buccaneers and the Bills, not really. Where we at? There was another one. No, that was a clapping. The Bengals and Steelers was a clapping. There was another one. Oh, Seahawks and Rams.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Seahawks and Rams was a 4 interception day for Sam Darnold. That he still almost had an opportunity to win if they can knock in a 61-yard field goal. Ravens and Browns was the one I was looking for. That was the one from the division.
Yeah.
The Browns suck. The defense is nice, but the Browns suck. They're so bad. That game went down to the wire, and it took a fake tush push run from a tight end to win that game.
Yeah.
Divisional games are always more difficult.
Yeah. Chiefs and Broncos too. Yeah.
Chiefs and Broncos, although that I don't know what the heck's going on with the Chiefs. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's a little concerning.
The Chicago Bears are 7-3, and they just pulled out a divisional game that was down to the wire. Big shock. Divisional games go down to the wire because those are the teams you know the most. You know everything about them. You know their ins, you know their outs. Having guys out and having guys in, if it's not the quarterback or like your offensive line, doesn't mean as much because Brian Flores knows everything he needs to know about Caleb Williams and how to get to that young man. So for you to say that you won this game, for you to say that you walked out 7-3 in this game is impressive. And I love the fact, listen, I would like to see a Bears defense not blow a lead in the fourth quarter. You know what? Unfortunately, we don't have that defense yet. The hope is that we'll get that defense back by the end of this season.
Mm-hmm.
As you get Jalen Johnson possibly healthy much sooner than I think
Man,
any of
I
us
don't
like.
know how does that.
Hey,
boy,
he
I
was
hope
questionable this week.
Look, that could be crazy.
He was questionable this week. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. But you right, like you have a situation where they blow the lead. You need a big play from somebody. As you mentioned, Devin Duvernay, massive play from Duve. Puts you in a position to go down there and win the football game. You got to run the football a couple of times. Still got to get through that Minnesota defense. Ran the football hard. Got yourself in a position for a field goal. And Ben Johnson says, salt it away. And so to me, this is exactly what you wanted to see. Now, maybe in a different fashion, but you wanted to see the Bears be able to overcome one of these tough divisional games because guess what? You got a lot more on the schedule. You still got 2 with Green Bay. You still got 1 with Detroit left. And Detroit embarrassed you the first time around. And listen, how things are stacking up right now, if you can find a way to keep it moving in this manner, and we'll have that conversation coming up here next. But if you can find a way to keep it moving in this manner, Detroit's going to be playing their starters that last week of the season. Detroit's going to be playing their best players the last week of the season. And you got clapped by 50 last time. And I tell you what, my win total may change a little bit moving here. But it don't look good that we got to play Philly. I ain't gonna lie. When the Alliance come to an end, it's gonna get ugly.
Oh, the Alliance is coming together.
When I watched last night, I was like, ooh, Detroit can't move the ball. We in trouble.
Hey, any given Sunday, we'll find a way. Here's my thing, because you mentioned something that I wanted to even bring out when it comes to understanding that even when these games are close, yes, the division is always going to have some of the more challenging outcomes or end results, and you're not going to get blowouts because, again, these teams are, like how you said, they know the ins and outs of each other. They know the weaknesses and the strengths of each team. And of course, Brian Flores on his own is one of the better defensive coordinators in the league. You've seen that time and time again. You saw that on display the first game, even though this team is, in my opinion, different from week one, and they've grown and they've matured in the locker room, and their chemistry has gotten better. This still was going to be a close game. Even though Caleb didn't have a great game, in my opinion, at all, one of the most amazing things he kept doing was get out of pressure and get out of sacks. Yeah. That man, and it was 2 on the day already.
Crazy.
He could have had about 6 or 7 sacks. The man made magic. Yeah, moving out of, like, there was one guy coming just completely free, cornerback coming completely free at him, and he did the little dipsy do circle, spin-a-rooney. Booker T, by the way. Booker T.
No, not Booker T. Washington.
He did the spin-a-rooney on him and somehow got out of it. There was another play where he was completely wrapped up and swindled his way out of that.
Swindled.
And so it just seemed as if he was down a few times. He swindled his way out of sacks. And so you even, tip your cap off to that, is that his ability to really just maneuver out of pressure, get out of sacks, and somehow try to find a way to continue the play and keep the play going was amazing. And so you, like I said, you give him kudos for that. A lot of drop passes again. I think that's something that was alarming. We always talk about the
Bad day
connection
for the
between him
offense.
and DJ. Yeah, the DJ Moore thing, even the one that he caught, he barely held on to because he had to grab it from his knees and then it went up. And then the one that was blatantly there, writing his numbers, I was shocked that he didn't come down with it. And so there's times where, again, there needs to be some talk about just the hands of these receivers. Even Luther didn't catch one time that was right there for him in the numbers. And so, yes, Caleb's numbers could have looked better if you had the help of your receivers that are supposed to come down with the easy throws. But overall, I think this offense has still more room to grow. And again, that's the reason why I think Caleb wasn't impressed with the overall performance. But again, you tip your cap to them finding a way to win and finding a way to win in the division, now being 1-2.
Yeah, man, listen, excited. There's a lot of opportunity for this Bears team within the division moving forward. Big shout out to I don't know what a super chat just went to. Hold on, I had a super chat.
I put it up earlier.
Guess it got too far. Oh, there it is. No, that's a different one. I guess it got too far away. Hold on there. 666
I think I remember what he was saying.
Said Bears don't get credit for division wins. That's just for the Packers. It kind of is.
All right, I guess.
And then Tanner with the super chat saying,
Shout
"Good
out
morning,
Dan
fellas.
Tanner.
I fell out my chair when Bieniemy got ran over on the sideline, but he got up like a Gino.
He did rock. He did get rocked.
Hey, EB still taking hits, man. You got to watch yourself around that, EB. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like there was a part of my. I can't wait. I hope we get the offensive assistants this week because I really want to ask and be like, when they was coming to your way, like, did you think like let me lay him out? Like, what's the protocol on that? Because, if you running into me,
I gotta
technically,
tense up
if
a
I
little
just
bit.
stand there and hit you,
put a shoulder in him.
but that might be a late hit out of bounds. He's not even in the game. Maybe they throw the coach. I don't know what the protocol is.
Man, I got free range. If you're coming at me, I should be able to defend myself a little bit.
I think you got to get out the way. I think the rule is
I'm
you got to get out the way.
Meaty. Hey, I'm bear hugging you.
But no, man, like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, to me, there was a lot of good that you saw in this game, and I continue to say this, right? Like, the things that you want to see is Caleb Williams being on time, on target, finding his man, and delivering the football. As far as catching the ball, we know that this Bears team has been pretty good at that this season, right? We've seen the Bears, be able to bring the football in. Rome Odunze be able to bring the football in. Luther Burden be able to bring the football in. Colston Loveland finding some magic there. DJ Moore's drops are uncanny right now, and we're not used to seeing those kinds of things out of DJ Moore, right? Like, so that's a completely thing. That's a thing where it's like, if Caleb's the one being on time and on target, everything else, it feels like, will work its way out. So you're not losing your mind in that situation. To me, the fact that you're seeing, though, your quarterback continue to get better week over week, and I get it. The numbers are going to say, I think he was 50% from the field yet again, right? It's not a great completion percentage, but you're still improving. You're still getting better. He feels like he's getting better as far as how the play is happening in these games in win. Like, there shouldn't be a Bears fan here today that's going to tell you, no, the Bears look like a great football team. No, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears look like a football team that is doing everything they can to find ways to win. That isn't always a great football team.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you're playing 60 minutes of great football. You're playing a solid 24 minutes of great football.
Yeah, I was going to go even lower than that. Yeah,
you're playing about 17 minutes of some good football. You're sprinkling some what the heck was that in there? Yeah, like.
And a little je ne sais quoi at the end.
A little je ne sais quoi on top of Uzi, what's it? How'd you do that? With the
Where'd you
je ne sais
find
quoi is
this?
Caleb Williams just getting in a headlock and then being like, let me get up out of here. Like, so like to me, when you continue to look at, when you look at this game versus the Vikings, when you look at what you have upcoming, like there's a lot of confidence that this team is built up that I don't think is going anywhere. And it's why I'm excited about how this team is playing moving forward. It's why I'm excited about the quarterback. It's why I'm excited about Ben Johnson being here, because you're doing all of this and there's still so much room to get better. Ben said it in his speech after, as always, good, better, best. He said, look, Tuesday, we got a lot to clean up, but tomorrow we're going to have Victory Monday.
Yep.
So we're going to enjoy this Victory Monday. Big Bear Dons, appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. When we come back, we got to talk about can the Chicago Bears hold this first place spot? As the Bears now sit at 7-3, the Green Bay Packers, yet again with that stupid loss or stupid tie, are 6-3-1. The Detroit Lions are 6-4, third in the division, and the Minnesota Vikings are 4-6. There's a gauntlet as the Bears are gone streaking yet again. We got to talk about, can they hold on to this first place lead throughout the season and maybe even, Jordan JC, maybe even win the division?
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm tingly. We'll talk about all that and more coming up next. But first, we got to hear a word from our sponsors. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https://aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold. Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. That's right. New website, new merch, all out. We've been telling you guys to pull up on us. Now you can at twcbreeze.com, where you can find out all of the latest stuff going on. What all can they find there, Super Producer?
Listen, you can join the nation, sign up to our mailing list, and be up to date for events and news. You can also visit the shop page and order merch, because we have t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs, we got hats, we got all kind of stuff. So, hey, we appreciate you being tuned in with us. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on all our socials. Check us out at twcbreeze.com.
He's way too excited.
I am.
I need bear downs in the chat. I'm excited, bro.
Victory Monday,
First
baby.
place in the division?
Yeah, that I haven't said that in a long time.
First place in the division?
Oh, all alone at the top.
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me.
My troubles have all
My
gone.
troubles have all gone. There's no one to deride me. But you gotta have friends. down. Hey. Nah, man, listen. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Welcome back into the show. Make sure you guys are hitting that hype button. Make sure you guys are hitting that notification bell as well, so you get notified every single time we go live. I know sometimes YouTube don't be wanting to send out our stuff to you guys that are watching the content. Make sure that you check the channel every day. I guarantee if it's a day that ends in Y, there is something new on this channel. So make sure to tune in with us every day on that.
Ends in Y. Days is that.
Let's there's a lot of days that end in Y, JC. Almost all of them.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Alrighty. We gotta get his. He's not always all there, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little early in the morning.
Sorry.
It's a little early in the morning. Hey, man. Listen, the Chicago Bears right now, as we got a super chat from Emilio. Shout out to Emilio. He said, I'm glad this team is learning how to win, but I hate the Cardiac Bears. Why can't this team just blow these teams out? Pause. It's the NFL. It's the NFL. Most teams don't blow teams out. Like,
speaking, oh god,
who's the best team in football right now? Probably
I would say the Broncos, 92, right?
Oh yeah, literally the Broncos. Yeah, let's see how many games the Broncos have blown a team out on the way to this 9-2.
I don't think they have blown a whole lot of teams.
23-20 to the Chargers, 28-29 they lost to the Colts, 20-12 they beat the Titans. 13-11, they beat the Jets. 33-32, they beat the Giants. Cowboys got blown out, 44-24. We got that in common. Shout out to you guys.
All right.
Broncos Texans, that's a 3-point game. Broncos Raiders, that's a 3-point game. Chiefs Broncos, that's a 3-point game.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
So once, it's the NFL.
Yeah.
Those guys on the other side get paid to play football really well too.
Exactly. Any given Sunday. That's why we keep saying that.
Who's let's see. Lions, maybe? Lions got a little blowout Lions. I feel like the Lions would be a team that might blow some teams. I know they just blew out the Commanders. But 16-9 lost that one. 27-24 lost that one. 24-9, that's a blowout. 24-9, that's a blowout. Chiefs clapped the Lions. 37-24.
13.
That's
a two-score lead, maybe.
Two-score game is kind of a blowout in my mind. They blew us out. Oh, clap.
Yeah, they Browns, did. They did, brother.
That's what we're heading towards, baby. That's what we're heading towards. But no, man, listen. Very excited about what we're seeing out of this Bears team right now. First place standalone in the division, 7-3, with the Packers eating our dust. And listen, there's a lot that you still need to get done here to finish out this season. So Jordan, JC, I ask you the question: can the magic continue? We're at 7-3. We know, as Emilio said, right? We are the Cardiac Bears right now. Every single one of these games is down to the wire. And you've got a tougher portion of your schedule coming up here, as you got the Steelers coming into town. Although, no Aaron Rodgers, possibly. I don't know if he's going to play or not. I would assume he plays. I think there's a needle that just gets magically, I'm healthy again.
Whoa, I'm back.
Yeah.
But you got the Steelers coming to town. You've got the Eagles. You got the Packers twice. You got the Browns. You got the 49ers. You got the Lions. You've got a tough matchup here a few times, really, to finish out this entire season. Can the Chicago Bears do enough to maintain first place in the division the rest of the way through?
Absolutely. I like the way you just said that. Can they do enough? I think they can do enough to compete and be the kings of the North this year. Again, I feel like there are moments where we've gotten a little bit of help because of injury. You never like to see people go down, but you can't make an excuse because injuries are part of this league. There have been a lot of injuries to key players this entire season on teams, and so when you're facing the Steelers next week again, like you mentioned, you could be without Aaron Rodgers, which is You know, that's always a good thing versus his backup of Mason Rudolph. And so if we see Mason Rudolph, then obviously that's going to be an easier task, I'll say. However, you do have a very good Steelers defense. So you could be playing the same type of game that you were playing this past week, where you have a questionable quarterback and a questionable offense, but the defense could carry the day. And so you have to prepare still for that Steelers defense, who I believe just picked up somebody and put him on the practice squad. Was it Asante?
They suck. The Steelers suck.
Wasn't it Asante Samuel that they just picked up?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Okay,
that defense still sucks.
Yeah. So I mean, there's that, and then of course the very next week, that's the team that you know that I would say is the hardest game of the entire year since we came out with the schedule at the start, is the champions. You know, you have to give credit where credit is due. You're facing a team and you're going to face a team in the Eagles that is very good on offense, has weapons everywhere.
That one might get ugly. That's scary.
Yeah. Look, again, I think the alliance is like, as you mentioned,
the alliance will die that day, but it'll be like
oh, thanks again.
it'll be like, remember when who was it? Freaking kicked what's his name in the face? Continue. I'll have the reference.
He kicked him in his face. But Antonio Brown or something when he kicked the dude. Or are you talking about a football play?
No, this is WWE reference.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. As you look that up, no, I think that is the most challenging game. And you talk about Ben Johnson saying that in the quarters, when you dissect the quarters of the season, this is where, again, we want to go 3-1. We're already 2-0 in this quarter of the season. And so these next two games, I believe, two or so games, is where you want to at least win one of them. And so I have the confidence that at least in the next two games, we'll go 1-1. That's where I sit with that. Now, moving past that, that's when you get in, obviously, to your division rivals, the most hated rivalry, the Green Bay Packers, 2 out of 3 weeks. And so that's where, the fun begins. I know Jordan Love went down, but he came back in and sealed that game. And so, you have an opportunity again where maybe Jalen Johnson miraculously comes back for that second Green Bay game. And so you got to hold it down for a little bit in maybe the first one. And you find a way to win that. Jordan Love always finds a way to give you the game at moments. And so continue to be the best turnover team in the league. I believe we also lead the league in interceptions as well. And so continue to try and, win that way as well. The Browns, I think that's a walk. I shouldn't say walk on or walk over.
It's a game you should win, but that's the best defense in football.
Yeah, the defense is, again,
they can beat
one side of the ball is where you have a little bit of a question mark. But the other side, you don't question. Myles Garrett and those boys are still humming. And so
here you go. Little HBK.
What do you got? I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you for everything you did.
That's gonna be either us to the Eagles, but more than likely the Eagles to us. That's what it's gonna be.
We're Ric Flair.
We're probably Ric Flair. But I ain't gonna lie. We're probably getting kicked in the mouth.
I love you so much. I'm sorry. No, I think if we again. Two out of the next 4 games, if you go 50-50, if you go 500, I'm more than happy with that. Obviously, I want to continue to see them keep winning each and every week. You want them to go 4-0, but if we can at least get to 2-2, 3-1 possibly, I am more than happy with the outcome. And then that's where I think we can really dominate the division in the next couple of weeks.
No, man, listen, I truly feel like there's an opportunity here for the Bears to go out there and find a way to win this division. That being said, you're still a long way away, right? Continue to prove. You're not playing the bottom of the division teams anymore. Like that's the reality of it, right? You've got some tough teams that you got to go out there and win. Now, you do have the Steelers coming in this week that are a little bit banged up in the knee, but here's the part of the Steelers where this is going to be more mental than we even know. It's not Caleb Williams versus the Vikings defense, or I'm sorry, the Steelers defense. It's not Dennis Allen. It's not, TJ Edwards or whoever is out there defensively versus Mason Rudolph or Montez Sweat, right? Like, it is Ben Johnson versus Mike Tomlin. You've got the coaching matchup probably of the season here, outside of maybe Ben Johnson versus Vic Fangio. You've got the coaching matchup of the season. No matter what we want to say about and I do think the Steelers suck. They're a well-coached team. And let's be real, they suck for their standard.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
They're still 6-4. To me, they are a well-coached team. To me, they find themselves in so many of these games because just having a guy that knows how to put guys in the right places, knows how to push the right buttons, and Mike Tomlin 1.0.
Where is Thomas Brown?
Yeah, he's with the Rams, actually. He just handled his business last night.
Right.
But no, like there's so much opportunity for you to prove yourself. And I think this would be a game that would prove Ben Johnson as one of the great head coaches in this NFL right now. Maybe you feel like that's too early to say, but I'll tell you this. You're 7-3 right now on a team that had 4 wins the entire last season. Do you know, Jordan JC, this football team has only had 7 wins 5 times in the last 10 years. And of those 5 times, only once have they gotten more than 8 wins.
Sounds like the culture is changing.
There's a change in culture. There's a change in the future here of the Chicago Bears. And I continue to say this. I said this on the radio yesterday. The reason I do feel like, and I'm gonna change my win prediction a little bit. I know a lot of people.
What do you got?
Pat, what's going on? Whoa. I'm gonna change my win prediction a little bit here.
All right.
Not massively. Although in the NFL, every game is massive. So maybe it is a massive change.
Yeah, maybe I should have had Joe's Timpani at this point.
But I think I went Bears. I think I finished with the Bears 9-8 on when we did our prediction.
You did. Yeah, you got 9 wins.
I've kind of moved into, you've won enough games where you should be at 10-7 throughout the season.
All right. Come on. Give it to me.
You should get, I don't like that. Ew.
Give me what you got.
You should get the Steelers. I think the Bears will win the Steelers game.
All right.
I think you win the Browns game.
All right.
I think you split with the Packers.
Oh, that's 3
And I think you beat the 49ers.
Whoa. So you got us going 11-6.
That's not good math.
Wait.
No. Oh, yeah, that is good math.
Yeah,
I'm so used to old football.
You know what I told you? I had some side of the
Yeah, I'm so used to old football. No, yeah. My brain went 11-5. But no, I feel like this is a team that could go 11-6, and when you're hoping for 9-8, that is a long way away. 9-8 is like, hey, you're moving in the right direction and figuring it out. Great job, guys. 11-6 is like, you should probably win the division, and you messed up a couple of games that you're gonna look back and hate yourself for, i.e., Week 1 versus the Minnesota Vikings, right? Like that's one of those situations. So, like, to me, I still got us losing 1 to Green Bay, still got us losing to Philly, still got us losing to the Lions to finish the season. I do think that, although I'll be honest, I don't know if Dan Campbell's a good play caller. He didn't have a lot of answers last night. Now, granted, we don't have a defense like Phillies, but hopefully by then we're getting a lot more healthy and we're able to get some more pressure on the quarterback. We're coming at you. And maybe they just got figured out. Maybe the key to Jared Goff is just put your hands up. Because that's all Philly did all night. Oh, blocked. Oh, Jesus. Just put your hands up, buddy.
Yeah, go look at the tape and blueprint.
And by the way, none of these are like blowout wins, but I think when I say that, I'm saying that to me, this Chicago Bears team is who we think they are.
Oh, did you let them off the hook?
We did not.
But
they are a team to me that finally, if there's time left on the clock, they can win the football game.
Yeah.
If there's time left on the clock, this Chicago Bears team can win the football game. And having that with the quarterback you have, not only just with the quarterback, though, because a lot of times you go, oh, look at Aaron Rodgers, look at his history. You left time on the clock, he was going to kill you. It's not just the quarterback. It is special teams. It is the defense at times with some of the takeaways that they have there. It is, great coaching decisions. Great coaching decisions. The one thing that we can say, no matter what, that will remain consistent. It doesn't matter the team. It doesn't matter the location. It doesn't matter what they ate the night before. Doesn't matter what club they went to. Doesn't matter, what paraphernalia they partook in.
Oh, right.
Doesn't matter what young ladies may have showed
Whoa.
up to the room.
Hey. All right, ladies.
Ben Johnson will remain the same.
Yes, he will.
No matter what, Ben Johnson is going to remain the same. He's going to be a very, very stoic, very locked in.
Balanced.
You're not dealing with, coaches of the past. You know what I mean? I mean, this is who he is.
Just stoic.
And that, I mean, you're not dealing with all that. Let yourself now. Oh boy. Hey, how's those wins going? Can you come get me? I'm destroying the Jaguars one player at a time.
You sure are, yeah.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
Ben Johnson is going to remain the same, no matter what. And I think that puts the Chicago Bears team over the top. And I think, listen, it leads us into our final topic. I think it's what helps put Caleb Williams over the top.
It does.
The relationship between those two. I mean, it's a completely different world than what we've seen before, JC.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the picture. I'm pretty sure you have, of even in the locker room where before he gave his good, better, best speech, you saw the embrace and been looking at him like, oh, that's my kid. It was like a father-son moment.
Let's not go too far.
No, I'm just saying.
My kid is crazy.
Like, smile. That's all I'm saying is that you saw the embrace, the connection. It was like, it looks sincere, looks genuine. There's a lot of times where in the past we thought we saw something like that and it was completely fake, i.e. Justin Fields and what's the guy from Green Bay, the OC from Green Bay.
Luke Getzey, when he gave him a hug. Well, listen, we knew that was fake.
Yeah, we was like, hey, look at the cameras over there. Let's give him a hug.
Yeah, they hated each other.
We love each other.
Yeah, they hated each other.
I
stand this guy. But that's my thing, is that everything is authentic, it's genuine, and you love the continued relationship, the continued marrying of the quarterback, head coach, and you see that first of all, just like, let's just get to the bottom of the foundation of it. They like each other. Like, if it's not even just about football, as people, as persons, they actually like each other. As persons, as humans, as a human, they like each other, and I think that's where you start. It's a genuine connection because both obviously are insanely wanting to get better at their craft. Caleb Williams is continuing to get just maniacal when it comes to all of the things that he does, his mistakes, whether it's the deep balls or whether it's wanting to win a certain way. Again, going back to when you saw him walking off the field, he was nodding his head as if they lost. And that's what you love to see. You love to see the fact that they want to continue to improve. Doesn't matter if you get a W in the W column at a certain point. It's like, how does it look? Because at a certain point, you have to have a certain standard. And I think both of these guys want that standard to be obviously Super Bowl, championship standard.
Yeah.
Are we there yet? No, we're nowhere near a championship standard when it comes to our brand of football. We're the Cardiac Bears for a reason. That's not a good moniker over time. Like, it's cute to say that now, and it's great that we're winning at the last second, but we don't want to be that team that has to continuously give up a lead or come back from, a deficit and say, oh, we just made it in the last 2 minutes. Because at a certain point, that may not go your way. I know you're building up the culture, you're building up the camaraderie. We're talking about that improving every week, and that's great. You lean on your staff, you lean on the coaches and them continuing to provide wins, but at a certain point, that has to grow into being a better team, an evolved team on offense, an evolved team on defense, where now you're like a Philadelphia team. Now you're like the Detroits. You're like the Kansas Cities of, well, maybe not this year, but of old. But so that's my thing, is that's where you're growing. And so
you're better than the Kansas Cities of this year.
You're better than the Hey, I love that. You're better than the Chiefs now. So again, going back to Caleb, I love that he's growing into more of a leader. Even if it doesn't look pretty on the stat sheet, he went 16 for 32 for under 200 yards. My thing is, you're starting to see improvement in the little things. I love every time the camera panned to the offside on side when he was sitting down. There were times where he was just completely pissed. He
Dog, listen,
he didn't
was
love his
getting
throw.
into Colston Loveland and Luther Burden yesterday.
Even Rome Odunze, I saw him when they were not on the same page. I think he talked to him in the huddle right after or something like that. I love to see it. We talked about the leadership having to improve. We know a few weeks back we mentioned, is he a vocal leader? Is he someone that has to kind of take the reins? And Ben Johnson kind of putting him out there in a sense, saying, hey, there's people that need to step up and voicing their opinion. Well, that's number one. That's going to be the quarterback. And I think Caleb has gotten that message, and he's taking that on more and more, even within himself. Again, I would love to say that, he has all the arm talent, but his deep ball accuracy is not there right now. And so,
Still got some things to figure out with that, yeah.
Yeah, you got to figure that out. And so that's where I hang my hat with Caleb, is that he's improving as a leader, even if the stats don't always show it. He's contributing in a sense to that.
And you know what? I think to me, like, first off, when you got to deal with what he had to deal with last season in his first year to this year, like, it truly feels like a breath of fresh air. I mean, just a little compare and contrast. You gotta,
yes, yes.
Hey, buddy, I know you just got sacked for your 16th time, but how you feeling right now? Look at it. You're keeping me safe, dog.
Thanks, Dad.
You're keeping me safe, dog. I feel so safe. I don't even know if Theo's good, and I feel safe. Like,
it's so much better.
It's night and day. I think here's the thing for me, though. When you talk about Caleb as a leader, and when you talk about him, how he's improved this season, to me, it's not all play. Right? Listen, let's be real. More than likely, Jalen Hurts is not the best passer in the league. Big shock.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts has been the leader of his team as they have gone to multiple Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts has been the leader of his team as even through the adversity that they talk about this season, that team still finds a way to go out there and get wins, and they are now 8-2 yet again. Is it because of how good that defense is? Sure. Is it because of all the weapons that he has on offense? Sure. Why you add those pieces? That's the point of building a good team. But on top of that, you got to have somebody that can keep everything in line and keep everything moving in the right direction. That's proven to be Jalen Hurts. And to me, yesterday, Caleb Williams was not the best player out there. He did not have his best day. And yet when he got into that fourth quarter, there were multiple times where you could tell, even though some receivers were dropping the football, he wasn't turning his back on him. He was like, yo, I'm coming back to you. We're going to figure this out. We're going to get through it. Don't worry about it. We're going to make this happen. Boom. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
There were multiple times where you could tell, and even after the game, he talked about it, how we've got the pieces and we trust the pieces. We've got the receivers. We've got the running backs. We've got the defensive pieces. We trust the pieces to be put in that position. You know how much they trust the pieces? They were willing to send Cairo Santos back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Cairo had just missed a 48-yarder, and you sent him out there for the game-winning field goal? You didn't even try to get closer. You had about 30 seconds left. You had a couple of timeouts in your pocket. You could have ran the clock off. Nope, let's go for the win here. Boom. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I agree with that decision, but you know what? It worked.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things for me where it's not just about going out there and being a good quarterback as far as numbers. It's about going out there and being a good leader on the team. It's about going out there and being a guy that your teammates can look to and feel comfortable with and feel confident in. And he said he was talking to dude before the game. Now, listen, I'm hoping there's no LeBron situation going on here. But he said he was talking to dude before the game, and he was like, you're going to make a big play for us today. Just watch. Like those little moments that we go, oh, that don't mean nothing. We can move past that. We play on, move the cone. Those are the thing that to me define you as a leader of this team, because those are the small things that you're doing to instill confidence in your teammates so that they can go out there and be at their best with you. There's a lot that still needs to be improved on with this offense, 100%. I think there's a lot of there's a couple of moments that I can pick with some of the play calling in the game. Like we can have those conversations. But you're doing that while you're developing a leader and somebody who, to me, is 110% a franchise quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody who, to me, there's no question that you made the right decision. And as quiet as it's kept, you got to give Ryan Poles his flowers. This is his first, in my mind, fully successful season. I know he'll say, right, we drafted pieces, we built this team over time, This is his first fully successful season. You had the offseason work out for you for the most part. You've had the regular season work out for you. You had free agency work out for you in ways. You had the draft work out for you in ways. Like, this is his first fully successful season in my book. And so, credit to what the Bears have built, credit to what they've been able to do. And I think that as you're developing your franchise quarterback, molding him into the player that he's supposed to be, you're finding ways to win. Teams usually don't do that.
Yeah, teams usually don't do that. And again, that as you mentioned before, because I was going to say the same thing, is that you give credit to the GM. Ryan Poles has been very successful, and that's why we keep telling people to kind of be patient with this process. Even though, funny thing is, we're still only 10 games into this connection, this marriage, and that's the beautiful thing. You're starting to see the fruits of your labor with the coach, with Caleb Williams continuing to evolve. And one thing that I really wanted to point out, I did not want to overlook, because I saw the feature on NFL Fox Sunday, and I wanted to make sure I looked it up to just go word for word for what he had said about his new comeback mantra, or his nickname, Iceman. He said, "I'm a fan of it. It's a cool name. It's interesting when you think of it. Ice is still, ice is calm, but underneath is pure energy. That's the same mindset I have in these moments. I feel at my calmness on the outside, but there's a lot going on the inside." And so, with that being said, those moments, you don't just look at him being an Iceman in bringing them back on the field. I feel like that can also be carried over into him in his leadership abilities, keeping everybody balanced and calm. As you mentioned, Ben Johnson being stoic and even keeled. I feel like Caleb Williams needs to be that for his players, for his troops. When the moments are the most pressured, everybody has to step up and do their job. We need everybody on the field to do their job. It's not just Caleb. And so I think he's the guy that's making everybody else feel calm, cool, and collected as he is. So even if he doesn't necessarily have ice in his veins and he's not the guy to actually bring you the win, there's somebody else has ice in his veins. Devin Duvernay, you found a hole and you took it up 50 to 60 yards to put us in a position to win. Cairo Santos, you had ice in your veins. You came back from a comeback from a bad kick, and he said as much. I don't want to put us in a position where I have to do that. I apologize for it, but you recovered, and that's the most important thing, is you did your job when it mattered the most. You were the Iceman for today. And so I think that's the beautiful thing, is Caleb is putting that into the other players as a leader. So even when he's not at his best, others are at their best.
No, for sure. There's a lot to be excited about with this season. Let's hope that this continues as we keep moving forward here. Hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page if you are new here. Big shout out to you guys for tuning in and showing love as always, man. Before we get up out of here, Jordan JC, we do
we got
over
come on
100
with
in
it.
that chat. Over 200 in that chat. Over 300 in that chat. Over 400 in that chat. 400.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
All right.
You gotta come up with something else.
You all gonna feel every piece of this dance, all right?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple bad pause moments yesterday. I don't know if you saw the whole
I
live.
didn't see this, but I did hear about it.
Oh boy,
They said you
check
had
it out,
some
it's bad.
wild moments yesterday, dog.
It's a couple bad ones, I'll admit. I don't even want to repeat it. I'm sure the chat will say something.
Oh boy, yeah. I found out in the I think JP like super chatted in or something like.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Like sweet Jesus. Hey man, shout out to you guys out there. Hit that like button, like I said, subscribe to the page, hit the hype button as well, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified every single time we go live. We are live Monday through Friday on this channel in some capacity. We'll be live tonight. Chicago Bulls play tonight, right? Chicago Bulls got a little Bulls live call.
Is it, I believe they playing.
I think they got a back-to-back after they lost that game last night. That
was a good game, but Kobe White came back with a vengeance.
Good to have Kobe back. They play the Denver Nuggets tonight at 8.
Oh boy.
So we'll be more so paying attention to Monday Night Football. So tune in with us tonight as well. As always, man, for my guy, Mr. B, the Jordan JC, your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love. First place, Chicago Bears.
The best show for Chicago sports.
It feels good. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but one of the Vikings players called one of the Vikings players called Caleb Houdini. Yeah, listen, what are you going to do?
I mean, hey.
Got him in a headlock. See, I got him in this headlock here. And then there he goes.
Oh, yeah, nope. Not today. No, it's getting impressive. I'm not going to lie.
Chris Canty already changed his tune? Yeah, well, you know. My favorite thing of all is Dan Orlovsky not knowing how to apologize to Caleb. That was amazing.
Yeah, sure.
He holds the ball and it benefits and helps.
Yeah, now all of a sudden him holding the ball is good.
Don't just kind of good quarterback.